I've made it a point to read about myself, and it's actually been pretty beneficial. You know, doctors always say, oh, you have anxiety, and you go to therapists and they can break it down, but it's not the same as like they're never going to be as invested as you're invested. So I've been reading about myself, and it's been really helpful. Like, apparently, I have something like a type 6 personality where I have to overplan and overclean to feel safe, or something bad will happen. I also have something like cognitive chaining. So if one thing goes wrong, it connects to another thing that connects to another thing, and it streamlines into a bunch of should haves and what ifs. And then I read about why I could be that way, and most of it's tied to hypervigilance due to survival because nothing will push you into this weird kind of control freak of paranoia and scared and everything else, like being left sick with two kids to take care of and unemployed. And that's when I realized that the concept of happiness has not felt safe for a very, very long time. The paranoia about other human beings is pretty much at an all-time high because, I mean, what's the ultimate betrayal other than cheating? Getting chronically ill, not working, and then being ditched sickly with two children, and the other person is so detached that they're borderline laughing about it and saying how they're going to come over for Christmas, even though they think and believe you're and no, you're not able to keep a roof over your head. Like, it's something so sickly about it to see someone go so far, and then they'll lie to everyone else about it. And that's when it just so it's interesting. I think because I know how to assimilate with people and have decent people skills when I want to, or easily, because I actually genuinely care about human beings. It doesn't. It's brought up to my attention. I don't know that I have to give myself permission to feel safe again. I think that's going to be the main priority, to feel safe again, because it's. I don't think it's just going to come. I think it will take practice. I never thought I would have to practice to feel safe, but that's what's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to rehearse stuff in my head over and over again because all the planning in the world that I try to do, thinking it will help me feel more in control of my illness, it doesn't. It just makes me feel more scared of my illness. All the extra steps, all the paranoia, all the hypervigilance, it's just digging a deeper hole. So I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to feel safe and feel some type of courage. And then maybe that'll give me enough peace to feel vulnerable enough to feel some kind of happy. Because it's not just gonna come. I think I was lying to myself to think one day I'll just magically be refreshed after the amount of trauma and things that I've heard and things that I've seen and all the passing outs and the falling downs and the dizzy spells and the pain. Every day I'm in pain. Every single day. And then you have to smile through it because, but you're in pain so much. I don't even. Either way, my main focal point is going to be the permission part. I have to give myself some permission, and I also have to. Permission is the big part. It's the permission to feel safe and the permission to feel the pain because the pain's going to be there. And the permission to just not give a F because if I'm too embarrassed if I'm too paranoid. I don't know. I've done as much as I can do, right? There's not too much more left of me to spare. It's taken everything just to survive the past 2 years, maybe 3 at this point. 3 of illness, 2 of despair. And at the end of the day, I heard this preacher say where a lot of us wake up trying to battle sin when a lot of us really need to focus on strengthening our faith. And I feel like I've battled my sin. There's only so good I'll get right now anyway. I think I'm just gonna have to feel more safe in my faith, and whatever blows through me will just have to blow through me. You know, whatever has to breeze by as I go through life will be just that, but it has to breathe almost like I have to almost be porous. Just let it occur, but don't hold on to it, don't catch it, don't identify to it, don't think you can do strange things to get better or whatever, you know, whatever weird things we come up with to think somehow it'll make the predicament okay, because a lot of times it don't. Some things do, but I would almost argue trying to grab onto it, it's like filtering dirt through a filter. After a while it catches on to some of the filth, and then it gets so dirty you have to just throw it out. I feel that in trying to understand myself, it can just make me more sick, because you're trying to pick out all these details when I could just let it go through. Anyway, just me thinking. Just thinking. Because I don't feel clean, like, in spirit. And I know it's because I'm clinging not to materialistic things, but to the parts about my health. They make me feel sticky in my spirit, because you're trying to catch everything. You're trying to be like da 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 da. It needs to be cleaned, and it's not going to get clean unless I give myself permission not to cling to it. So there we go. We'll just try not to cling to it. And that ties to the permission. So that's just what's gonna happen. Not gonna cling to it. And that's gonna be my goal for this week. Don't cling to the illness, and try to just clean your soul of it. And we'll just see how that goes.